Hello, and welcome to the darkest timeline.
Film podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Darkest Timeline. I'm David.
I'm Brett.
I'm Ian.
I'm Dylan.
And I'm John.
Who? What?
Who are you? How did you get in here?
The door was cracked open, so
Man.
yeah.
Today, all five of us watched a movie that explores the question, why do turtles have teeth?
I don't think it actually explored that question.
They did try to bite a pizza with teeth.
That's right. We watched...
What?
Yeah, guys.
What?
It was a burnt pizza.
What?
Can't
No,
have
they didn't
teeth
try to
with
buy
that.
a pizza with teeth.
I didn't say buy, I said bite.
You said buy.
It's drunk mouth.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3.
Trace is what they call it.
Oh, nice.
A franchise-killing piece of shit.
Yeah, I have to, sadly, because I'm a huge Turtles fan, I have to sadly agree.
Yeah.
Because, I even as a kid, I was like, this movie sucks.
I liked it as a kid. Was I the only one?
No,
Yeah, you were the only one.
No,
I saw maybe part of it as a kid, and we didn't actually own any of those movies. We had a friend who did, and so we'd go over to his house, and we'd watch like the first two, maybe start watching the third one, and be like, we have better stuff to do than this. We have a lot better to
Oh,
do.
great friends. Hey, let me rip off all your DVDs and then say peace.
Whoa, hey, VHS.
Oh, that's right.
DVDs
guys.
weren't a thing yet.
That's right. That's
I know,
right.
You have to wait until you get to the exact scene.
Unless you had a rich
That's right.
friend with Laserdisc.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I
true.
didn't
We
have
didn't
a rich
have one of
friend.
those.
No, yeah, sorry.
So
should've.
we're going to do what we always do and let Dylan take a crack at the plot of this storm.
Yeah, go ahead, Dylan. I'm so proud of
I mean,
you.
technically, last week
That
I
hasn't
did.
happened yet.
John's new. John should do it.
Oh, no.
I should do it?
Don't.
John should do it.
Don't
What?
do it. No.
Don't do it?
No.
Why?
You got this.
Is this like
You
a
love the
hazing
turtles.
Actually,
thing?
I feel like he'd be good at it.
Okay.
Love the Turtles.
Well, I mean, you gotta keep it brief, though.
Real
Keep
brief.
it brief.
All right.
Because he's not good at that.
No.
Shut up.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. Starting in 1603, feudal Japan. For some reason, there's a guy there that speaks some form of British colonial English that doesn't really fit with the time. But for some reason, they jump in the future, go back to the Turtles, and for some reason, April O'Neil gets a time-traveling artifact, which she acts as though she doesn't even remember that she bought it.
It's true.
And from there, she goes into the past, and the Turtles end up going back after her. Michelangelo's riding backwards on a horse for whatever reason. He gets lost, gets on the back of the shell, and he thought he's hit on the back of the head. And they reconvene. Afterwards, going to fight the enemy, not really using their weapons. I'm not even really going to go into it because we're going to talk about the details. But somehow, for some reason, they saved the day. No Shredder, no really big fight scene with the villain, just a lot of talking and reasoning and luck. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. Go yourselves.
You can say the word.
Go yourselves.
There you go. You're doing
John,
that
that
forever
was
now.
John's very good at
that
this.
was pretty close to
John's very good.
They went back in time for some reason. Raphael decided to become a hippie.
Oh, yeah.
A naturalist.
A naturalist.
Good job, Dylan.
Yeah.
The naturalist, you're right.
Yeah, Raphael becomes a naturalist. Donatello used none of his technological skills.
Well, there's no tech to use them on.
He did use it to explain to them what their artifact would do and how much time they had for whatever reason. And it looked like they were playing
The Oregon Trail.
What?
when the text came up on the computer. I thought they were playing a video game at first. I'm not going to lie. I was like, wait, is this...
The Oregon Trail.
Oh, no, this is... Donatello just explaining this stuff for whatever reason just to move the story forward.
I have a theory about that. I don't think Donatello was actually... I don't think he knew what he was talking about. He was just making stuff up because everyone's like, he's the smartest. So I'm not going to be able to keep up with him. He must be smart.
Well, if you think about it, if you go back to the former movies, Turtles 1 and 2, he never really used his science-y brain.
Really?
for much of anything. I don't remember.
I don't
Do
know.
you guys remember?
I don't remember those
movies.
movies.
Aren't like the most
Accurate?
they're not the smartest movies.
He
So,
doesn't even use,
all right.
he
The
doesn't
smartest character isn't usually very smart.
He doesn't even have like contraptions or devices
Well,
of any
they
kind.
did make the copy of the weird artifact time traveling wand thing.
They did, but they had to outsource it to a 17th century metallurgist.
Well, let me ask
What?
you: if you're going to make one, are you going to make it yourself? Of course not. Hire
It
some
also
guy to do it.
It also broke
It also broke.
like immediately.
But where Donatello lacks in technology, he makes up for in whoop-ass.
Yeah, he's the only guy that could fight in this entire movie.
Man, could he kick ass? Man, that dude, he was doing all kind of moves, which it wasn't even really that impressive. But in comparison to the other turtles, it was like, oh snap, Dunny, wow! And it's like Ralph, Leo, come on. Okay, I have a note here. That says,
Okay, wait, I'll have a note here.
let me read for a second. Okay, it says, Dunny's the best fighter. ... Although Ralph and Leo are supposed to be better.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's true.
They are supposed to be better
I did not know
fighters
that.
than, because Ralph he's constantly trying to
Kind of like the hard guy.
to one up Leo.
Right.
But Leo is the leader, so he's constantly, actually the cartoon I was telling you about before. The cartoon does a really good job showcasing like Leonardo training with Master Splinter.
Yeah.
And I probably the one that's most in tune with Master Splinter, because he kind of fell into this leadership role. Not that he necessarily wanted it. He probably took it on, not really realizing what he was taking on.
Right.
Because they're teenagers.
Yeah,
You're
but
not
it's
really
also,
understanding.
you gravitate towards something like
Yeah,
that too.
but then he grows into it, but this movie, they felt better. It seemed as though they wanted to be jokesters like Michelangelo, but Michelangelo had the better puns and the better burns.
I would say this really quick, that Donatello was played by Corey Feldman. So stupid guy playing a smart turtle.
That makes sense.
Strange, guys.
And you apparently get a good fighter out of that combination.
But apparently, yeah, he was the number one. He had it all. Sir?
Thoughts?
I got nothing.
Real quick, Dave is wearing the same shirt as 2 days in a row.
If you don't get at least 2 days out of your shirt, you're doing something wrong.
You are doing something wrong,
You're just
David. That
hammering
is for
that
sure.
point home.
You have to smell it first.
Correct.
And if you have Febreze, you get longer wear.
Oh, foy.
2, maybe 3 days.
Well, you get some Downy too. Downy spray. That's really good.
I've never heard of that. Wow.
I will not go for a 4th day.
Guys,
That's uncivilized.
ZZ Top had a song in this movie.
a lot of people had a song in
And
this
they
movie.
danced
ZZ
to
Top had one.
Really?
They danced to it called Keep on Rockin'. Can't Stop Rockin'.
Really?
Yeah, why?
Oh, we did hear that.
Because it was
the
a
beginning
movie.
of the movie.
It was a movie.
But in that time period, and they
Stupid.
needed a licensed song for them to dance to.
I kind of feel like they threw their license around anywhere.
Sony was like, look, we got some songs that are free to us.
Yeah.
Can you make these fit?
This is
ZZ
not.
Top.
Yeah, ZZ Top does not have this
And they
as a
said,
hit.
they said no, but we'll make it work.
Wait, okay. This was Sony?
I don't know.
Probably.
Oh, I just threw
He
that
just
out
said
there.
so.
It seems like something Sony would, because Sony's stupid, especially lately.
Sony is stupid.
Nothing against Sony, because I'm an actor, and Sony, I would star in anything that you want me to. But you have to make smarter decisions.
Hey, April was a babe in the beginning, like when she came with the leather jacket and stuff.
She was hot.
Oh, 5 minutes later, she was a total piece of shit. I could not stand her.
She went from a 7 to a
No thanks.
3.
Yep, that's a no thanks in my book.
Yeah. Well, once you go below 4, it's just kind of like.
She went from
Yeah.
a 7 to a Nebraska 7, which is
Dave's
which is a joke
rhythm.
for Dave, really.
I don't think she was a Nebraska 7 because
More like a
Nebraska
Nebraska-
7s have hope.
What does she have?
Jeez,
She had moxie, kid.
no,
she's
she-
from New York.
she had Legorama.
Well,
She did have Lego Rama, guys.
all of them were from New York, and they did everything in their power to let you know that every second they spoke.
The Turtles did say that she had Lego Rama when she cut her skirt to a mini skirt.
Yeah.
Well, they also said schwing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a Wayne's World reference.
Yeah.
90s just stewing into
yeah.
any 90 thing they can.
Well, maybe they watch movies and they're really into Wayne's World,
They
because
can
they
only
did
watch
know
movies.
they are movie buffs.
That could
Because
be
they
true,
mentioned
you're
a lot
right.
of different movies. They mentioned
James Dean.
James Dean and
Zorro?
No, well,
Yeah,
yeah,
Zorro.
but the other guy,
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood.
That's
yeah.
right. That's
Although
right.
they have
Dirty
no
Harry?
idea of what Clint Eastwood looks
Looks
like.
like.
Was that Clint Eastwood?
Well,
no, it was not. It was
fair-
not Clint Eastwood.
To be fair, they're turtles, and white guys all look alike to them.
True.
Okay.
And we don't really know how hot that sun was or
It's
how
a
bright it
racist
was.
thing.
So
How I don't know. They had no water. I don't know.
yeah.
Are you saying?
Trying to come up with something.
Are you saying that April could be replaced by a different person and they wouldn't notice?
maybe Megan Fox?
Yeah,
That
because
happened.
that happened.
Oh boy.
I think
The
that
first movie was a different April.
if you're a Teenage Mutant
It
Ninja
was?
Turtle,
Oh, I like this one.
if you're a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, you're watching a lot of movies. It's not like you're going to the club. It's not like
Well, you put on a hat and a trench coat and you could. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's
absolutely.
true.
It was a different
Get Casey
April.
to drive you
Yeah.
there?
I'm sorry. There was like I'm sorry, listeners. I say viewers, but listeners. There was a late thought from me because I had to think about it for a second. It was a different April.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Okay.
real quick, is Casey that big of a bitch that he just comes and does all their chores for him? They're like, Casey, get over here. We got something for you to do. And he's like, hey, no problem. I'm coming
Well,
over,
he's just
guys.
like, hey, the turtles are my friends, and I'm just like, I guess, homeless street rat.
Apparently.
So,
I loved Casey Jones.
Casey
he was-
Jones.
Well,
he was
obviously.
Okay, so the guy who plays Casey Jones has to really stretch his acting muscles in this role because he has to play two characters who are vastly different. Because
Really?
one, yeah, they're vastly different. Because one is a piece of crap New Yorker, and the other is like a 16th century
piece of yeah, piece of British guy.
piece of British guy. So he had to.
Real stretch there, guys.
Well, I mean, yeah, I want to say he looked a lot better as the piece of British guy.
He's also an Oscar winner.
without a British accent.
Pretty sure.
I believe.
No, he did. No, he did. He didn't have that many lines.
I'm gonna put the mutt away.
I am offended.
Uh-oh. He's
He
British.
was not a piece of New Yorker. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Well, I mean, at one point he kind of was because
Yeah.
why the hell would you take them to a bar? Like, okay, there was this one scene. Everybody, he took the guys who replaced the turtles because for some reason there needed to be it was
Equal mass displacement.
equal mass displacement. Thank you.
Wow. Time, whatever.
Yeah. So they needed to be okay. So the turtles only had two days and 30 minutes or something.
2.5 days. I think.
2.5 days before the turtles, for some reason, had any time to come back. They had this time frame where they had to come back. How did Donatello find this? I don't know. I think he just made it up.
He
But
scanned it and said a lot of math words.
he used
The Oregon Trail.
to figure out. I think he played like maybe 2 stages and was like, hey guys, I think we only have like 2.5 days. And I think he just misinterpreted it with the game. But so he figured out it had 2.5 days. And for some reason, when one of the guys, the main guys, the main, I guess the secondary villain's son, he was getting pissed off because he was ready to go back and be with his lover. He didn't even care about saving the day. He just wanted to be with his girlfriend. So he was ready to go back. And Casey, for some reason, said, hey, let's go to a bar. And they went to a bar.
Like a total sports bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, where they're like playing video games and dancing to karaoke songs.
Where they would have found out, and they did, that the future was so much better than the past. Because I have to fight for my life every day for this guy that doesn't even care about me. He probably just shoot me or stab me or tell me to kill myself. Actually, wait, I forgot. This is Japan, feudal Japan, so it's a big respect thing. So it's like, hey, if you dishonor me, you have to kill yourself. Now, anyone who's Japanese that really knows Japanese history and that says, hey, this guy does not know what the hell he's talking about, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and if we are disrespecting your race, it's all on John, by the way. It's not me.
Well, I'll
it's
take.
probably Brett.
Okay, really quick, guys.
Let's throw it on Brett. It's Brett's fault.
When that happened, when I saw that scene, I wrote down the note, I hate this movie. I hate this movie.
You
Yeah,
said
but you
that.
said that a lot before.
Well, I hate this movie. And I was a kid, and I wrote down this part. Was I a stupid child? Because I loved this movie when I was a kid. I love this movie.
Because you were a kid.
Yeah, but
Well-
when I was 9, I loved episode 1, and I thought the pod race was the best thing ever.
Yeah, but how old were you?
I said when I was 9.
Oh, 9, I didn't hear that. That's very young. I
I know,
saw that
yeah.
at like 30.
30.
I'm not going
Brett,
to say how
come
old
back.
I was when I saw it.
Okay. well, so
Obviously, you were going
let
to say
me.
13.
I don't know if that's true.
Well, let's jump back to the beginning. So
Yes,
let me read back to a few notes that I,
I like
have
it.
for
I
the
like
beginning.
it. Get there.
So
You have beautiful handwriting.
thank you.
Oh yeah, that's very nice.
Guys,
It's
can you read mine?
like, no, you have awful
All
handwriting.
right, I hate
I
you
see
all.
Wayne's World.
You
Yep,
write-
I got that part.
You write like a doctor.
When did you take the time
Thank
to
you.
cut out all the letters from the magazine?
What?
He's the alphabet killer, man. So, all right. So this is what I have. All right, for the beginning.
Go for it, John.
One of my notes is obvious ploy at Dancing Turtles to excite kids because obviously kids who watch this movie don't know any better. They just want toys and they're excited because, oh, hey, the turtles are having fun and they don't really know any better. You know, the turtles are smiling, they're dancing. And also, I did note another note that connects to that is there are training dummies littered across their home.
Oh yeah.
And they're completely ignored. And the turtles are practicing their moves on the air instead, invisible enemies.
And they're dressed up as like different characters, like threatening characters.
And then they dance in between. It's like, okay, we're gonna train, but then we're gonna dance, and then we're gonna train again. But wait, there's this dummy like literally like 8 inches behind me.
Right.
Well,
but forget the dummy.
Jazzercise is great cardio.
Yeah. And they're not going to hurt Fred the dummy.
That was specific. That was a ninja dance off is what they were doing.
Oh. Ninja off.
And Master Splinter decided to join in too until he caught himself. And he was like jiggling around a little bit, and he said, wait, no,
Oh
the
yeah,
turtle.
yeah.
Oh,
that
my son.
Master Splinter, the freaky Chuck E. Cheese animatronic.
Absolutely.
Freak. You know, I just thought of this, but did Master Splinter ever move out
of that? No.
of that specific window?
No,
that he
he's
was
like
always in?
he's like a 180-year-old man.
No,
like the
he was
oldest
in-
man alive.
He was either in the window or in that chair.
Right.
He did close the window.
That
I think,
bastard.
but or they
Had
they
somebody close it for him?
insinuated,
Yeah.
that he closed the window, and he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna move," but he didn't really move
know what?
far from in that shot, so they cut the shot, and then next thing you know, he was somewhere else. My sons, you know, and
He was a Chuck E. Cheese animatronic puppet.
Right.
100%. The way he moved, everything. I feel like in the other movies, he was a little more of a person in the
Fluid.
suit.
He was more fluid. This was
Yeah.
like those quick stops where it still shakes after it stops.
It's super creepy.
well, he did flip when he was fighting Shredder. In the first movie,
Oh, that's
he
right.
did do some flip. So they
feel like-
they showed him rise up, and then they cut, and then they showed him land.
Stop.
You know, they showed Shredder turn or whoever turned, and then he landed and he said a word or two. He said a phrase.
He got him good, that old
You know,
man.
he got Shredder.
Listen, you young scallion.
He probably just said, "My sons."
My sons.
I would not be surprised if they actually scrapped or salvaged a literal Chuck E. Cheese animatronic
They couldn't.
skeleton
And just cut the ears off.
and then put a new skin on it.
They couldn't. Chuck E. Cheese was at its height at that time. I was
Right.
going to Chuck E. Cheese to go get Ninja Turtle stuff.
Maybe, but
Wow.
maybe there was like a thing where like, well, the new model's in. What are we gonna do with this one?
Yeah, that could be a
Brad,
good point.
I feel like he could have skipped the middleman and just gone to his toy store and got turtle stuff.
I don't know any better, guys. I will say this: their fingers freaked me out. The turtle fingers,
Oh, God,
the
yes.
splinter fingers, they were like creepy aliens.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, they were like dildos with nails on the ends of them. They were
reminded-
gross.
It reminded me of Tales of the Crypt.
Oh, I love Tales of the Crypt. The movies, the HBO ones.
Yeah,
those
see,
are great.
those are awesome. But
Yeah.
if you're trying to excite me as a kid, and then you have these weird, and that one scene where they were like, "Oh, Wet Willie," and you know, I was just kind of really turned off at that
I
point.
wrote that down. That's the worst part in this movie, guys.
was like-
Wet Willy time. What the f?
And Ralph was so upset with him. It's like, no, I'm not gonna beat your ass.
Well, yeah, Ralph was
I'm
like-
going to give you a Wet Willie.
Wait, Ralph? We mean Raphael.
Raphael.
Yeah,
Raph.
he was like,
Ralph.
I'm out of this thing. You guys can lick your weird ass dildo fingers with nails on them and push them in his ear, but I am going out the door.
You know, maybe those weren't his exact thoughts.
It was
because
pretty close,
he
guys.
also had those dildo fingers, so that's some sort of denial
It's a shame
going
thing,
on.
though. It's a shame thing. I'm telling you. I bet you he has gloves that fit him perfectly. He's just like, I don't want to look at them.
Well, he has some gloves that make it look like he has 4 fingers, so we can look at it and go like, I don't have
You
dildo
mean
fingers. I
5
don't have dildo
fingers?
fingers.
No, he's just
I
got
don't have
little
dildo
fedoras
fingers.
for each one.
Oh, man, that's awesome. And he
Hey.
draws faces on the nails.
But remember, Raphael was trying to cop a feel on April O'Neil at the end of the movie.
Dude, that guy's full
Kudos to
sleeves.
Raphael. Well, sorry. I'm sorry. No, not kudos.
Yeah.
Not kudos. I am so pro women. I am pro. That is
Pro
so.
women?
How could they do that?
He is anti-turtle, guys. He is so
Wow.
against them.
Won't even have the soup.
I have always
Voting Trump.
since I was a little kid. Since I was a little kid, I've always been a little confused with the sexuality of the turtles.
Yeah, me too.
They're like any teenager. They even had pimples. You pointed that one out.
Yeah, they want to have sex with everything.
Of course, pizza.
Well, there
their
was
hands.
Venus.
What?
There was Venus in the awful.
You don't bring up Venus de
TV
Milo.
Oh, I was
I
going to say
have-
the comic book.
Well, I have to because there's
No.
like that she has.
The TV show.
I know, but the cartoon is what I meant. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
the live action.
The live action.
That was live action?
That was
Oh, yeah.
live action.
I thought she was the comic version.
Man, if you
no.
thought the costumes in this were awful,
They were gonna
go
put her
watch
in the
that
in
show.
the in the next one. They were gonna make
No.
they were gonna make Turtles 4 and 5, which was supposed to be they mutated again. So they still had in their blood. They still had that weird like mutation juice, and they're supposed to re-mutate again.
In this new
And
movie?
one of the things that mutates is Venus de Milo.
In the new movie.
In the new movie that they're
gonna-
gonna do 4 and 5. It was called New Mutants was 4, and then 5 was called
Oh, you talking about the
New
old series?
Mutation. I'm talking about they were gonna make movies.
No, I'm talking about the old like the original Turtles, not the new Turtles movies, but the old Turtles.
Yeah,
movies?
I'm sorry. Yeah, these ones, the old
Okay,
Turtle
all
movies.
right, I
Yeah,
got
that's
you.
my
I was
fault.
about to
Sorry,
say, like,
should've said.
who's gonna mutate?
Yeah,
Like
no.
Leo? Leo's gonna mutate and grow boobs?
Yeah, Leo's going to transition in the next movie.
Well,
That would be progressive, guys.
hey,
I love it.
Caitlin would support it.
Oh,
As a person who just
Changed?
learned about Venus de Milo, do not Google her and do an image search because
whoa, that is
there
pornographic
is
turtle
there's
material.
porn of it.
Let me just
Is it real?
Well,
just I
You run yeah.
Oh, but turtle
I-
porn.
You know, I've never heard of Venus de Milo. I've always liked turtles. Never.
You've always been turned on by turtles?
No.
Oh.
But it makes sense that there's like one.
Ugh.
Oh, dear.
Okay, no, there is 100% no porn here. It's just a bunch of fan art.
It's a bit over-sexualized.
Well, yes, it's 100% over-sexualized fan art. Hell,
hey, there are some people with healthy interests. Okay.
is that
And
a
then-
girl turtle from the original Teenage Mutant Ninja show?
What was that? What was
She's
that?
I think
hair.
you've been, put your
hair.
drink down.
Look at that Who's she? What's that?
What is that?
She looks like a reject from Mario World.
Or like
Wait, the movie?
No, this,
No,
that was
the
awful.
cartoon.
Yeah,
what
we
was
should
that
watch
show?
that.
Arthur's. What was that thing? Arthur's show.
Wait, what?
Arthur. Remember that?
Oh,
cartoon?
Arthur? Yeah.
Arthur. Yeah. What was
Yeah.
it called? Just Arthur.
Arthur.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
alright.
Wait, the show about
Arthur. He was like a weird. What the was he?
Aardvark.
Was he an
I
aardvark?
thought he was
Yeah.
an
Okay.
anteater.
Yeah, he had like the ears on the top of his head, but there's an image
Down
where
here.
he has headphones.
I saw that
That's
too.
on the side of his face.
I saw that too.
That's not on his ears.
And it said, "What the."
That's a different story.
So
Let's go back to the
Teenage
turtles.
Mutant Ninja Turtles
Teenage Mutant
3.
Ninja Turtles, based on the comic book from 1992 called Masks, number 46 and 47 on Mirage Comics.
Are you freaking kidding me?
No. It goes back to old world Japan, and they fight evil shoguns in the comic book.
I imagine that it was better than this piece of
Most likely.
So let's talk about good parts.
Oh, yeah. So,
Yeah.
What was your favorite part of the movie?
Donnie kicking ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not really disappointed with that.
Ugh, you
But
should
it's like, hey, Donnie was just kicking ass, man. Donnie was doing his thing. He just like you said. Dylan told me twice during the movie. It's like he's the only actual martial artist in the film. Everybody else, they just so happen to like Leo. Leo did like the same move. I kid you not.
Yeah.
4 or 5 times. He did like this. I'm gonna kick you once, and then I'm gonna spin around again and kick you again, or maybe somebody else.
I hate Leo in this movie.
Yeah, Leo he wasn't.
We're focusing on positive.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. So positives. I liked Casey. I liked Donnie. I'll think of something else.
Go work on that.
Here, I did you a favor.
It's his background. Please make it your background. Yes, turtle
is
porn background, guys. Yes, Danny's background, turtle porn.
Oh, I remember what else I liked.
Oh, dear.
Was it the turtle porn?
No, it wasn't a turtle porn because there was not any in the movie.
Not enough.
It was maybe just subjective or maybe
Subliminal.
Subliminal.
There it
That's
is.
what the word I'm looking for.
Took me a second, trust me.
Caressing or maybe touching that just the adult mind just goes to, just because something's wrong with us. When we're kids, we think of innocent things. But anyway, the good thing. The good thing. Okay, I like Casey. I like Dunny. And I like the few good jokes that there were. There were a few good jokes. Michelangelo had the most, which they finally had that right with Michelangelo because he's the comedian.
John, name one of them.
One of what?
One joke.
The joke.
Oh.
He said, is that Clint Eastwood? It was kind of funny.
Oh,
That was kind of funny. It wasn't funny, but it was kind of funny. Okay, what about the one where we all laughed at?
Like,
I can't
guarantee it was
remember
that
it.
movie.
I remember what
No,
was
you
funny.
laughed too.
I
left
remember
out one thing.
I remember when the cannonball destroyed the bell at the
No.
end, and the Japanese guy came up and it was like, "It's Don King."
oh yeah.
His hair was like all frizzed out and standing
Yeah.
up.
That was hilarious.
From a cannonball shot for some reason.
What I liked about this movie, I liked Raphael's strange turn as a naturalist. Something liking nature and wanting to move to a nicer neighborhood, away like totally like separated from any version of his
Yeah,
character.
he was
that has ever
anti-suburban
been.
sprawl.
He
really.
progressed as the only character in the movie.
Yeah.
He progressed as a character.
By the end of it, you think he's going to adopt a little Japanese boy.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Yoshi.
Oh yeah, he has this strange relationship with this kid named Yoshi. Where he's like this surrogate father to him for no reason.
Him
It's
and
like-
Michelangelo for some reason.
It was
I'd
like
say.
it wasn't even Raph that saved the kid initially. It was Michelangelo.
But he was trying to take credit. He's like, Yoshi, you're mine, bro. Remember? I like
he
you.
was like that kid's my son now.
I'm gonna go for a favorite here. How open-minded, welcoming, and accepting feudal Japan is. I had no idea. They all knew English and they all loved outsiders.
Well, you see, in the 1600s when Britain was coming up, the Donatello and his bullshit explanations.
Hey, he kicked your ass, bro.
Uh-oh.
oh yeah, he's the best fighter in the film. Don't you diss Donatello?
He'd do a move you wouldn't even maybe not expect.
That actor's probably a drug addict now.
He might have been a drug addict then.
He's alive.
Oh, that's the other guy that's dead.
Well, the actual suit actor, not the voice actor.
Oh. Ian, do you got anything good?
I think I actually got a serious one for my favorite part of the movie because semi-recently, like within the last year, maybe, we watched, Dylan and I watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 because something reminded me of Vanilla Ice, and I'm like, I'm going to watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 right now.
Gross.
And I did that day, and we watched it, and I'm like, I don't even know about that movie, man. That movie may be worse than this one.
No, it's not. That movie's better than
yeah,
this
no,
one.
that movie is better than this
Yeah.
one.
Whoa.
When was the last time you saw that movie?
Not that long ago.
I mean, but it's still better because I mean, honestly, if you look at the plot, why? I mean, if you really seriously sit there and ask yourself, like, why? Why did they go to Japan?
The same thing could be said about the plot of the second movie.
But Shredder
still in New
came
York.
back though, and Shredder was Super Shredder.
Yeah.
Now where they messed up was
He was super
Getting
shredder for
Vanilla
5
Ice to
minutes.
for
be
5
in.
minutes. That's the only stupid
And
thing.
they
It's like,
didn't
and they tried to
fight
talk to
him.
him. Yeah, they didn't talk. They didn't fight him. They tried to talk to him. Shredder, come on.
What about
We need
the-
to blah, 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 blah.
What about the baby monsters they made, too? That was terrible.
When Shredder mutated, his armor mutated. That doesn't make sense.
Oh, come on. We're not getting
It's
the
mutation.
logistics for a
It's,
kids
it's
thing.
mutation though. That's science. You can't
Okay.
explain
If
If a
science.
body mutates, can't metal.
No.
Why not, guys?
Because
Guys, we went to 1603 in
I
this
hadn't
movie.
I hadn't even gotten to my favorite part yet.
Oh, Ian.
Was that this movie had much more serious undertones than the second movie.
Oh,
That's true. That's true.
Like like there were like scenes where the turtles were not. I was like, this seems like a serious movie that I can take seriously, at least a little bit. Like
That's literally- you had to have
especially
that thought in this movie.
before the turtles came to Japan. The scenes in Japan, I was like, this is just a feudal drama.
Yeah.
That's neat, and they did fairly well at it.
I feel like that's a very serious thought for such a movie.
I'm sorry, they actually did well in one part.
Oh,
I was
barf.
like, hey man, they did good feudal Japan stuff.
Oh, God.
So little about this movie was good. So little of this movie was even mediocre.
Are we on to bad things now?
No, he still has to do the good thing.
Who's left?
David.
Maybe
No, Dave did his.
Mine
Did you?
was, yeah. I did mine.
Well, are we all done?
Yes, we're on the bad things.
Oh.
Well, I think we've been talking about bad things. Let's get back to bad
What's the
things.
worst thing?
What's the worst thing?
The time travel logic.
Oh, yeah.
So bad.
The time travel logic didn't make any sense.
If you're holding the scepter at the same time,
But no. That's
how
not
did
how
they-
it works.
How did they
Because
know, though?
That's not how it works. Because the first time, well, not the first time, when the 4 turtles went, they all appeared on the backs of 4 different horses. And those 4 guys, I can pretty much guarantee you, were not all holding the scepter while riding horses.
No, only Mikey was.
Only Mikey was. What? I don't know how, but then later it's like, oh, we all have to be touching the scepter to be taken back. But that is simply not the case
yeah,
before.
time travel in this movie is awful.
Doesn't make
They
sense.
want it to be the same time of day, maybe same time of day, because if there's some time difference between New York and Japan,
Still doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no,
and so they're all like, "Oh, it's midnight. We got to clock in and try and phase out of here."
Well, I mean, they were in a sewer the entire time. We have no idea.
Exactly,
what
yeah.
time it was.
It's a f***ing time machine.
Well, guys.
Time is irrelevant.
The time scepter.
Guys, we're
It's a
asking,
plot
we're,
device.
we're asking too many questions, okay?
No.
Just take it at face value.
You've listened
And-
to this podcast. You know what we
Shut
do.
the up.
All right, face value, John.
Shut the hell up.
What was the worst part? Face value.
The worst part? Is that a serious question?
Yes, go. What is
What's the
it?
worst part?
Can I go?
Time?
Okay, okay. Right now, for me, all right. As a kid, the worst part was where the hell was Shredder or any other villain that they could really fight at face value, at someone that can really challenge them as turtles. Where was that? Because they really didn't fight anybody. They just
Challenge them as turtles or challenge them as ninjas?
challenge them as both. No, sorry,
just challenge
challenge them as ninjas.
We have better turtles than you.
I mean, it was just kind of like an excuse to do something. Even as a kid, that's sad. As a kid, I could sit there and see like they ran out of ideas. They just said, "Hey, let's just go in Japan where there's samurai."
And it, we'll figure it out then.
Yeah, we'll just go along as it goes.
God, the movie will write itself.
Now, right now, as
Real
an
quick, we
adult,
need a time machine, though.
as an adult, because I analyze things more clearly and look at more details and stuff as a kid. Yeah, the time travel, because it was like that was really. I mean, honestly, what the plot of this movie could have been a side story in a TV show.
Yeah.
Of the Turtles,
Like-
the new Turtles. It could have been a side story.
Like 2 episodes, maybe.
Pretty much has been.
that my best friend would have skipped because he skipped side stories. He skipped side stories in Naruto. He skipped side stories in what other show did we watch? I don't know. He just skipped side stories.
He's a
because-
real purist, guys.
Yeah. He's like, if it doesn't have anything to do with the main story, I don't want to see it. That's him. Now I'm nice. I'm nicer. You know, I'm like, hey, I'll give you a sympathy watch. You know.
I'll enjoy your writing, I guess, for a little.
Yeah, I'll enjoy. Hey, maybe I'll learn something about the character I didn't know before. Chances are I probably won't.
Well,
But-
if it's a side story, it's something you'll learn about the character that will never come into play. again.
Exactly.
That's true, because they just made up some stuff on the spot.
Yeah.
All of a sudden now, we're going to have him all of a sudden care about
Nature.
peaches or something stupid.
Peaches?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Yeah, in this sense, Raphael just loves nature. And it's like, wait, what?
Hey man, he saw a clear stream for the first time in his life and shit clicked in his mind. And he was like, this is how everything should be.
He was a New Yorker who said, Japan, 1600s, guys. I'm staying.
He did though.
Yeah.
My least favorite thing in this movie was the manufactured tension at the very end when Michelangelo didn't come through the portal immediately, and then comes through like 10 seconds later. Like, and they were all like, "Oh no!" Like
Cliffhanger.
they were setting up a sequel or something. And then he's there after the other guy climbs up the ladder.
Thank God they didn't set up a sequel, because that would have been a cliffhanger that stood forever.
And nobody answered.
I feel like everyone in the studio goes, no. They took a look at the script and they said, this is not going to be a
him in.
sequel.
Yeah.
Put him in.
Put it back in, real quick, guys.
Let's wrap this up.
Mike, get back down there. Get back down there.
There's this new thing called Pokemon we're interested in.
Yeah.
It might have legs.
It might have legs.
I mean, it didn't even lend to the fact, because, you know, typically in movies, they give you enough of a cliffhanger, if there is a cliffhanger.
Sure.
Enough to where you question it. And there's enough time to where they can correct it. in a sense, to where it's like, oh, gotcha. You know,
Yeah.
there's the hook. Gotcha, because you're the fish that latched onto the hook. And this is just kind of like, are you serious?
Yeah, it's a,
You know,
it's a 5-second thing at best.
And then all of a sudden, 10 seconds later, oh wait, there's Michelangelo.
In a
What
nice
the
glowing,
hell?
like a glowy orange light.
For some reason, he came down like he was Jesus. They showed some light, and as if Jesus Christ was descending into the sewer. I don't know why he would descend into a sewer. But, well, actually, that makes sense because Jesus Christ definitely cared about the poor people that no one else cared about. So maybe he would go into a sewer. I don't know.
They're not poor. They're doing all right for themselves. Okay?
They got a roof over their head.
They got a roof over their heads.
They got a kick-ass sewer.
Yeah.
They made choices to be there.
Yeah. Hey, that's their home, bro. All right. They buy any pizza they want. I don't care how many toppings.
Do you know how much
they get a lot
rent-
of pizza, and they buy pizza by the truckload practically. That's a lot of money.
That's
I did
free
not,
rent, man.
I did not see a kitchen there.
If you wanted to rent out a subway station in New York,
in Newark, all right, Ian. What's your worst part?
I think it's very clear because I mentioned it very early in the movie and dwelled on it from then on. The eye holes in the turtle costumes. I mentioned, I was like, oh, holy the eye holes.
Yeah.
And then at every possible moment, you could see them.
Could you explain what you mean?
Okay, but right below the masks that they wear are two dark holes where the actual suit actors are looking through.
I would say this: they're kind of trying to make them look like shadows, sort of.
Yeah, but they're not.
It's not a
they're
bad
holes.
spot to put them. I'd say that.
No, it wasn't a bad spot to put them, but they did it poorly.
Yeah, there's a couple scenes where they're so big, as you can tell, like the stunt actor was like, "Hey, I need more visual. I can't see what I'm doing." So they're so gigantic, where you're like, "That looks terrible."
Actually,
it's awful.
You know what? If it was Donatello, I would give him that. I
'Cause
wouldn't
he
even.
kicked ass.
I wouldn't even judge. It's like because Donatello needs to kick ass because he's the only one that's actually doing it.
Sure.
And everyone else is just kind of like talking. Like everyone is Spider-Man for some reason. They want to talk trash to the person before they put them away. You know, it's like Leonardo, Raphael, and Michelangelo. Well, Michelangelo, I have to screw with him because he's supposed to be a comedian anyway.
Oh, he's awesome.
Raphael and Leonardo, they're just they're Peter Parker slash Spider-Man for some reason. Hey, I'm gonna talk trash to you before I put you away.
Except they have no secret identity because they're turtles and they can't do that.
Well, they kind of did poorly. They had a very poor secret identity, where it's like I put this little teeth mask over my own big teeth that I'm not even supposed to have.
Because that's the most identifiable thing on you is the teeth.
Also, come to think of it, those suits were on those other guys, and I'm pretty sure those guys' heads were not the same shape as the turtles'
You don't know
heads.
that. You don't know that.
Their
You
heads
know-
could fit inside those guys'
Hey
heads.
man, time travel really like kind of reshapes clothing.
That is
you
not
see.
Oh,
That's
absolutely
not how that
does.
works.
Doesn't-
Absolutely.
I'm going back
Have
to
you
time
went
travel.
back in time, Dylan? Have you gone back in time?
We don't talk about that.
Okay, sorry.
It can mess with the continuum. He might be back in time right now.
That's true.
All right, what is it, Dave?
Back to time travel.
We're not actually twins.
They-
He's just me from a day in the future constantly.
Oh wow. Okay.
does that even mean?
Hey, that means
What?
Always shaves your beard shorter.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
We have twins on the podcast.
Breaking
No, we
news.
don't. We have
one
one
is a day
guy,
older.
and the other guy is a day older from the future.
that doesn't know when to go back into his own time period. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
You're gonna
Future Ian.
You're gonna break time, Dylan.
Why can't you be
Oh,
past Dylan?
No, you.
Because Ian's better. Guys, Ian's
Ian,
better.
Because Ian is the one that set the premise for
We're traveling into the future.
you being future him.
I don't know. There's no good explanation for this. We should just move on.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, I want to talk
was
about
your-
time travel and what you can and cannot bring with you.
There are no rules.
There are no rules except your clothing. Most of the time, you swap clothing with the person from the new time that you're going to.
Except when you don't.
Except when you don't, and also accessorily.
Yep. Go ahead.
Accessories.
That's fancy talk for accessories.
That sounds like a fashion comment.
And
Yes,
also,
Kanye West a new line.
accessories
There's a
go
$1,000
through.
watch.
That's all I'm saying. A Rolex goes through. A Walkman goes through.
Why the hell did April have a Rolex?
She's not getting paid that much. News reporters in the '90s, like they get money. Like they're still a
and
thing.
she's dressed up like a teddy boy from like a rockabilly era.
Now let's talk about April. I'm not gonna say what I feel about April.
Oh, you
I
should.
want everyone else to talk about, and I'll add in my 2 cents later.
Oh, okay, I'll go
Have
first.
at it.
I'll go
Everybody-
first.
yeah, please.
My first note was April's a babe. Second note, hate April.
I feel like it flipped on her.
That's your immediate second note?
No, actually, my second note was costumes. Great. Then everybody was like, the costumes were the worst one out of the 3 movies. My next comment was, hate April.
April O'Neil is nothing but a damsel in distress, and she doesn't do a very good job of it.
Well, I hate the exaggerating New Yorker. I'm a real tough chick. Bleh. I'm like, I'm gonna punch you.
Did she ever say
punch you?
Well, everyone's like, she's a witch, and she's like, yeah, you damn right, I'm a witch.
Damn right. See that Walkman? I mean, that thing I have over there? And I'm like, I hate you so
I shrunk 4 guys and trapped them in there.
She talks like a guy who makes pizzas in like the Lower East Side. I cannot stand her.
Well, that said, she has to go to this guy who makes pizzas in the Lower East Side for the Turtles all the time. So she's kind of picked up on his dialect.
That's a good point, Ian. Yeah. She went from like a news anchor, a broadcaster, who's supposed to be like eloquent in the way they talk. She was definitely, I don't know. I hate her.
Okay, does anybody else have any comments on April before I comment?
I literally wrote not one single word about April.
Good job. Good job.
Man, I'm surprised. I wrote a lot about April.
Boobs.
Okay, this is
Boobs, vagina.
this is what I wrote about April.
Jesus.
April O'Neil is giving horrible acting. Like, she is like the worst actor in the film.
That's what I'm saying.
It's awful. It's just like really awful. Okay, but let me move on from that. Let's talk about something else. April, shut up.
That's not something else. That's part of the same topic.
Yeah. Okay, April, dot. There's an extra dot. Because typically there's 3 dots.
Wait a minute. If you're Michelangelo and there's 5 of us, one of us is Venus de Milo, and I want to know who.
Well.
It's fucking Brett. He did it last.
What are you talking about?
No, he's Michelangelo. We already did it. Brett's Venus de Milo.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Well, hey, you know magic. Because Venus knows magic.
What?
Hey, dude, okay. We'll have to do a podcast on the horrible TV show. Actually,
I don't wanna.
Exactly. Because chances are, guess what, listeners? We're probably not even gonna finish it because it sucks. I tried, and I have a Turtle Watch on right now.
I was gonna mention it.
That's how much of a Turtles fan I am. I'm gonna show you how much of a Turtles fan I am. I have a Turtles.
He's a turtle.
I have a Turtles trash can, okay? Back at my parents' house. I have a Turtles trash can. My mom called me one time and said, hey, I'm gonna throw this trash can away. I said, no, you better not. And that's the first time I've ever talked back really to my mom. And I was like, no, and you know how black moms are. They don't tolerate disrespect. I said, don't do it. No, I love the Turtles. Don't throw that away. Do I have it now? No.
She threw it away.
That's kind of stupid. No, actually, she still has it for some reason. I'm shocked. I am really shocked. My mom has like some kind of soft spot to actually listen to what I said. So I have to thank my lucky stars and thank the Lord, and for those who don't believe in God, thank the universe.
And the turtles.
But I have to thank the Turtles. That's how strong they are. And it's an awesome trash can too. But anyway, so that's how much I love the Turtles. But okay, let me go to my last point of April that I have written down here. I said April's facial expressions do not help, because there was a lot of times she looked like that she thought she had a line, but she didn't. So she was sitting there looking like, oh, I was going to say something. Oh, never mind, it's not my part. And then she didn't even know how she wanted to react to what's going on. It's like, just listen. Just listen to what's going on and react from there. It's like if somebody says, oh man, we're gonna die. She's just looking around like almost at everybody else. Like, what's going on? We're gonna die? And then she says stupid stuff in the movie that would be like, oh, I'm gonna find an apartment. In 1603 feudal Japan? What apartment is available?
That's my point. She's a big dumb.
Yeah, I know, but she's an
Well, I think she was just trying to be a tough New Yorker at that point.
But see, at this point, okay, feminists, I'm on your side at this point.
Oh, yeah,
okay,
you really are.
Yeah, because she's supposed to be strong.
Okay, Brett just left.
Well, I gotta call my father-in-law.
What?
He has to call his father. But anyway, I'm gonna finish my thought, okay? She's supposed to be a strong feminist. She's not weak. She's not pitiful. She's April O'Neil, okay? But I don't even know what that means. But she's a woman, and she can do stuff. Okay, but the whole time she complained. She just oh, guys, we can't go back right now because I want to go back right now. I'm going to find an apartment. And it was just like, that's not helping the Turtles right now. That's not helping them in their quest to go back home. Okay, this is not really helping. Or she told somebody else, hey, I can sell you a Rolex, to this dude don't even know what the Rolex is. What is a Rolex in 1603 feudal Japan? That doesn't even exist. He doesn't even know what you're talking about. Rolex? What?
At least he looked at her like she was crazy.
She was stupid.
Yeah. I think you got feelings about April.
I'm sorry. Hey, April was fine, but she was dumb as hell. Okay, I'm gonna pull back my feelings because I got too into it because I'm a huge Turtles fan. But
Oh my God, I got something that I forgot.
Okay, go.
But it's not about April.
okay, go
It's
ahead.
about Casey.
Go ahead.
And how the first scene that he came in, they filmed completely separately from everything else in that scene.
Several months later in a different city.
Yeah, exactly. Because they got the turtles in somewhere. They apparently called Casey, and he comes in, but it's just a camera that's stationary, staring at a wall, and he walks into the camera. He's like, "Hey, everybody!" Second of silence. It goes back to them. "Oh, hey, Casey." Second of silence goes back to Casey. "So what'd you bring me for?" And he's just standing in that one spot, like, I need to be here because that's where the director told me to be, and I'm talking at nothing, and I'm just reading this script off a billboard that's in front of me.
Hey, still, in a kudos kind of way, that's amazing because he's still like basically the best actor outside of the guy who played the villain. What's the guy? Don't nobody remember his name. I was gonna ask everybody what's his name. Don't nobody care here. Nobody cares about his name because the movie sucked.
You mean the guy that was like one of those, the bad guys from Three Musketeers? One of those guys?
He was the Three Musketeers villain that got caught in the wrong. I don't know. Maybe they just said, hey, the Turtles timeline doesn't really apply here in the other Musketeers movies.
Oh, Brett's back.
So, hey, Brett.
Hey.
I don't even know what I was saying. This movie kind of sucked.
How would you?
But I would grade it a D.
Whoa.
Oh, no.
No, we don't grade things. We don't grade things.
Guys, it's his first time.
We
He
don't
can grade this a D if he
Well,
wants.
this is new. This is
There
like
was-
a shocker for the listeners that
There was a
did this.
time. There was a time when we ranked movies, and that time is done.
Yeah,
No,
but
we
we
still-
just
wait,
threw
wait,
John in this circle out of nowhere.
I know. I'm just saying.
We still rank them arbitrarily when we
Yeah, we
did
really
that.
did. And it was great.
Well, we reviewed. There was a time when we actually technically reviewed movies, and that time is done. Now we
Yeah.
try and fix them.
Because we also know they're terrible.
I mean, there's a lot of fixing in
How
this.
we
That's
make-
why
yeah,
I said. That's why I just say it's a
I
D.
Can I go on the record by saying the fixing's kind of hard to do?
Okay, well, Brett, how would you fix this movie?
Can't.
Yeah.
So, David, how would you fix this movie?
I've got an idea
Oh,
for a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie starring the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles we've seen in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. Campy, over the top, crazy, kooky, don't know how to slash or pierce.
And they have mouths that move like monsters.
Instead of going to Japan,
They go to China.
No, it's the wrong mix-up.
There you go. That's a
They be-
start.
They become professional wrestlers.
What?
The rest of it writes itself.
I dig it. Like, do they still go back in time? So they're like in
No,
early
and-
'90s
yeah.
WCW.
And they have to break up.
Wait, they're
because-
already in the early 90s.
Oh, you're
Because
right.
you can't do four-man teams, so you have to have two tag teams.
you can have four. Oh, they have four-way tag matches.
Oh, not in the early 90s, though.
I don't
Yeah.
know, you might have gone to some of the
David.
outlying branches of things they might have.
Right, but what I'm saying is that at the
Well,
SmackDown,
they definitely had stables that had more than four people. You just
And
had
also,
different people
SmackDown
fighting at
wasn't a
different
thing
times.
yet. Don't you bring SmackDown into the early
Okay.
90s.
whatever the WrestleMania or whatever the thing was, it comes down to them having to all fight each other.
Oh man, that's a good
It's
heel,
Boo
like a
Fest.
heel face, like
No,
a split
it's all the
between the
same.
group, and then it's
literally like watching one
Raphael
guy
and
fight
Michelangelo versus Leonardo and
No.
Donatello.
Yeah.
Actually,
This is a great idea.
No,
right?
it's not.
Actually, you know what to solve all
Don't
of
say
this?
it's good. Okay.
No,
It's not good.
I'm not saying that it's good or bad.
It's
but
bad.
to piggyback off of your idea, Nate, go watch, and this is weird, but go watch Death Battle on YouTube. Go watch the Turtles Death Battle. There is a 4-way Turtles battle as who would win. I'm not going to tell you who would win. Actually, it's pretty good.
I've heard of
they
that
do
show.
a good. You haven't seen Death Battle?
I've seen. I didn't see that one.
Oh,
I've seen
well, yeah, but there's
different
one with the Turtles.
Yeah.
But dude, Death Battle is awesome. I mean, they did something stupid to where it was like Joker versus the clown from the driving games,
Oh, from
Twisted Metal.
Oh, yeah.
That was just stupid. But anyway,
sounds-
and like, who cares?
Why wouldn't they put him against it?
I don't know. It was just, I guess they were just, hey, a clown against a clown. That's just dumb.
Well, I mean,
I'm still waiting for Ryu against Liu Kang.
Well,
that's all I care about.
Well, Joker versus it would be really easy because Joker would only have to turn it over and take out its heart, and it's done.
Guys, come on. Let's get back to the turtles.
Turtles. All right.
Okay, so
My pet turtles.
Ian, how would you fix this movie?
Well, there's a lot that goes into that. There's not really. I haven't actually thought of it. I'm buying time.
Okay, well, Dylan, what would fix this movie for you?
Okay, so we start the movie the same way, with the dancing and except then Super Shredder shows up and kills Donatello, Leonardo, and Michelangelo, and leaves Raphael alive.
I would never ever watch that movie.
Raphael splits before he's killed.
He leaves?
A coward.
Why would he leave?
He
though?
survives.
Oh, okay, he survives.
battle.
Okay, that makes more sense. Okay.
Maybe Splinter's killed too. Yeah. And
That would
April
make
and
a lot of
Casey.
sense, yeah.
Raphael's alone.
So the movie's over in the first scene.
Raphael's alone in a dangerous world.
This
and
is
he
like
has
a
to,
rated R.
Oh, yeah,
Hard R movie.
Oh yeah. This is a dark, terrible future.
This is like a YouTube independent thing. Okay,
Yeah, sure.
Keep going.
And Raphael has to learn how to really properly use his ninja weapons to fight and kill like a true ninja. And then he eventually becomes what he hates and makes another clan to rival the Foot Clan, and then realizes what he's done and kills them all and kills himself. The end.
Yeah, that really got dark. Yeah, to kill himself.
It's a Japanese honor thing.
No. It's a white version Japanese honor thing.
How is he going to disembowel himself when he has a shell wrapped around his body?
And how's he
He's
gonna?
gonna de-shell himself.
His neck.
Diamond coated sai.
Is he?
Barf.
Is at some point in the middle of the movie, is he going to become like disenfranchised with everything he's done and become a naturalist for like 30 minutes?
No. But he is going to get heavy into drugs.
Oh God!
You get really into like, I don't know, Jimi Hendrix music or something. Just
Yeah.
follow,
Like
follow
Jimi
the
Hendrix.
waves.
Okay.
It's light. It's just
All right.
reeds.
Okay, so John, how would you fix this movie?
I'm gonna freestyle this.
Uh-oh.
That's what I just did.
I'm dropping my pen.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. So
Wait, let me get my vodka.
I would go back to the beginning and burn this script because this is stupid. I would write a script to where they actually fight Shredder.
Uh-huh.
Oh, big surprise! Oh wow, they're actually fighting Shredder. There's not wood destroying Shredder in the second movie.
It's not wood.
Hey, let's destroy pillars and let the pillars kill Shredder.
No. Shredder destroyed the pillars.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. Let Shredder kill himself.
Can't blame the turtles for a death. Come on, man.
Yeah, they tried to talk him out of it. They're therapists.
Stop doing it.
So the Turtles became therapists in the second movie. But the third movie, I would fix it to where they would actually fight Shredder. And it would... I love Raphael. Raphael would probably last a good amount of time against Shredder, but Raphael would get beaten. Why? Because it's kind of like the same love I have for Wolverine in the X-Men. Like, I love Wolverine. I don't really care for Cyclops, but I respect Cyclops as a leader. You have to respect the leader, regardless if you like them or not. So I respect Leonardo as a leader. So Leonardo needs to beat Shredder, or it'd just be a team effort. So Leonardo needs to be the one that takes on Shredder, go against the impossible, because really, you need your turtle brothers to help you defeat Shredder. He defeats Shredder in the rain. Because I think wasn't that like the first movie where they were fighting in the rain?
I do not remember the first movie.
I think you're thinking of the third Matrix movie.
Maybe. And also Turtles 4, not even really technically 4, but the animated Turtles movie.
Yeah.
And Raphael and Leonardo were fighting each other. And honestly, like, I was happy, but I wasn't really happy because it was like, Raphael beat Leonardo, but really Leonardo's supposed to be the
But
better
Raphael had a cool suit of armor.
He did. So
Guys,
he had a one-up.
And
But regardless.
Leonardo was in
Brazil.
for half that movie.
So why did he leave? Oh, that's another movie. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, let me just finish my thought. Why did he leave to go to Brazil? That doesn't even make it. To go to Brazil to become better and then come back just to get his ass whooped by Raphael. That was so stupid.
Yeah.
Out of all the places you could have sent him, let's send him to Brazil so he can learn how to be a... Well, he just want to run away? You could have went to Hawaii.
Yeah.
And he would have came back the same way.
That said,
Same money.
the CGI turtles in that movie were also monsters too, by the way.
They looked a lot better than these turtles.
well,
Oh, yeah.
but
Well,
they
they
were
didn't have
monsters.
the
in
eye
a-
holes.
They were monsters in a different way.
Yeah, they were true. They were lovable monsters in this way. So, yeah, a lot better than this one.
Yeah,
but
I did like it better. Than
yeah, honestly, like the jokes and everything was so much better. It wasn't cheesy.
Okay,
But-
back to this.
Okay, back to this. So this is how I would fix the movie. All right, I would have Leonardo finally beat Shredder, and Shredder admit that he's weaker than Leonardo, in a sense, making Leonardo like the best turtle ever. And then Shredder, no, not Shredder, but Master Splinter would somewhere be nearby, and like, my son. Because he has to say that. It's automatic. He has to say that.
It's like a sneeze.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. It's
My son.
My son.
My son.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I have allergies down here.
You have beat Shredder.
My son. My son. Bless you.
You
Master
have
Splinter.
become the.
Thank you.
You have surpassed me. And something stupid, to where it's like, really, you didn't surpass Master Splinter. Master Splinter's the best. But, he's getting older. He's not getting any younger. So somebody has to take his place. And it's Leonardo, But I could talk about this on and on and on, but that's how I'm gonna stop. Okay, somebody else. Tell your.
all right.
Wait, hold on.
I think we finished.
No,
35
I'm not.
minutes later? Okay,
I haven't. I haven't.
You
done
of
one
all
yet.
people,
Dave
bro.
did. No, I said I haven't thought.
My
about it.
rants are
Yeah.
also very long, yes,
Okay.
but very good.
You didn't sound sure of that. Just
No,
saying.
no,
So,
my rants
uh,
are terrible.
So Ian, how would you
Great
fix this
job.
movie?
Okay, now hear me out.
Good job. Good
I
job.
try.
Very good job.
Okay, so we keep a lot of the same movie, only we kind of truncate some shit that doesn't need to be there.
A what?
Like, when exactly was it that they made the fake staff that they immediately broke?
They didn't even try to look for the real staff. They just said, "Hey, it's history."
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Hey, it's a pun. It's history because it
1603.
is history.
Technically, so were they right then.
Yeah, technically.
That's
Okay, so-
confusing me.
Previously, they'd shown like scrolls of basically them in further in the past. So I would take the fake thing and like halfway through the movie, they're like, okay, we're gonna make this work, and they grab the fake one, and it transports them even further into the past, and they take on that guy's like the bad guys they were gonna face, who was afraid of them. His great grandfather beat him, travel back to then beat the bad guy they were gonna face, and then travel back to the present.
Ian, real quick question. What drugs are you on?
I don't have those.
I was
Okay.
gonna say prehistoric Shredder, but hey, that's a good idea too.
Oh,
If you
now
looked at-
John and Ian's got
Well,
something going on here, guys.
If you looked at the scrolls that they were pulling out,
I saw
dude's
it.
great grandfather looked the like
I
Shredder.
saw it.
Oh yeah, he had a bunch of like metal shit
Yeah,
on.
the horns going up.
I must have been writing because I missed that part.
And so it would have
Yeah.
been like a really cool fight. It would have been a lot
Now,
better.
did that mind anybody that they have a scroll of those turtles and they're like, oh, my ancestors? It's
I
like,
kind of figured
what?
they were setting up the sequel where they went even further back.
But the weird thing is, where the did mutant juice come from?
no. What,
Past.
No,
Science,
it'd be
man.
them. It'd be them going even further back. That's
So
kind of what I figured.
Dumber.
yeah, that's what I was
They
just
were
saying.
already in the past. Is that even dumber to go further back?
Yeah.
No, it's just the same
equally
amount of
dumb.
dumb.
It's called sticking with the horse you're riding on.
yeah, it's
Is that
plot
what that's
device.
called?
You know,
Is that
It's
the name
called,
of it?
it's
Brett,
called easy
I'm-
plot device.
I'm really
Wait.
not sure what that is.
You,
That's
you
not
don't
what that
fix
is.
what isn't broke.
Okay, guys, let's go to the cards.
Well, we also did. You skipped the part where we decide where that movie falls in our
Oh,
list.
yeah. Where does it fall on the list?
Okay, that was a good cut right there, though. You should use that.
It's gonna be hard for you because you haven't watched most of the movies.
John doesn't vote.
Okay.
Actually,
Well.
John vote just for fun.
All right. So the best one was
Does anybody else
Man,
see this
because we
right here?
messed up and we watched
Does
a
anybody
good
else see
movie.
that? What's going on there? Just
Mystery
sticking out.
Men, and then Batman and Robin.
Yes, I agree with that so far.
That's
Sure.
the best.
Yeah,
It's the best
second
one
best
we've
because it
watched.
was so bad. It was fun.
There was some word that we.
There's a lot worse.
You
I
gotta.
can believe you.
Swamp Thing 2 was what? Second
Like,
to
we
worst,
just-
third to worst,
Yeah,
third or fourth
we
worst.
just- we were saying
Yeah.
like third or fourth.
Yeah.
Like down pretty low.
Worst was
Catwoman.
Catwoman. Thank God. Okay.
then there was
But-
Green Lantern.
But have you? Well, Green Lantern wasn't that bad.
It was.
I would put. Okay, so some of the criteria we've been using has been: is it true to source material?
Depends on what source material you're talking about.
Well, we're talking comic books
So
because
no.
we're doing the comic book season.
Yeah, then it does
So
not
it
count.
hasn't been true to the source material.
Not really.
Was it entertaining?
Although technically it was based on a comic book.
It was
know.
very
That
slightly
specific section
entertaining.
of the comic.
Very slightly. The Brotherhood stayed true. I mean, just like in most movies, the Brotherhood
They
stayed
were
true.
still brothers. So.
They were brothers.
Well, it was literally based on 2 comic books, 46 and 47,
the
called
plot,
Masks.
but the characterizations and stuff like that.
I like
I
how
know.
they got an hour and a half out of 2 comic
But that's what I'm
books.
saying. But at least the credit I can give them is that they based it on comic
Well,
books. Like,
they
that's
went
pretty
back
tough
in-
for Turtles.
They went back in time. That was like what they took.
So I'm going to
yeah,
put
you're right.
this
But it was Japan. At least it wasn't like Russia.
above Green Lantern.
So third?
And third from the bottom.
Yeah,
Right.
third from the bottom.
Yeah, third from the bottom is where it goes for me.
So you'd say Swamp Thing is better than this movie?
Oh yeah.
Which is 4th.
Yeah, I'd
now
agree
that I'm
with that.
thinking about
I
Green
am-
Lantern, I have to agree. It is better than Green Lantern.
I'm 3rd. 5th. I'm 5th. 4th? Where am I, guys?
What are you talking about?
I'm with you. I agree.
third place from the bottom.
Yes.
Just say yes. Just say it's okay.
Guys. Hi. Yes, agreed.
Does anyone disagree from third from the bottom?
No, that's fine.
Wow. Yeah. We're getting this down to a science.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Well, we don't remember most of the movies anymore.
All right.
Okay,
What
I'd
other
have to
movies
say it wasn't
Don't remember.
Yeah, I know.
that terrible. It's probably because I'm biased when I'm a Turtle fan, but it was awful.
It was awful.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Bad movie.
Now we're gonna draw cards to figure out what movie we're gonna watch next.
Don't you hand me a card. I pick my own card, sir. I don't trust you at all.
You can throw me a card.
Ooh, I want that one. Ooh, I like that one.
You can't look at it until
It's okay.
Is this Michael Jackson? No, it's a
can't
woman.
look at it.
No. They're Bond girls.
Bond girls. Okay.
Can't say it.
Prince. No, wait. No, I'm sorry. Okay.
I got Jill St. John.
If I get the highest card, we're watching R.I.P.D.
Oh, that's his. You can't steal it.
Oh, what?
No, they were doing a voting block thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, but you can't pick the same film though.
Oh yeah, we can.
No.
Oh, that was a bad movie too.
So yeah,
what are the
R.I.P.D.
They're all
That means
bad
we watched them.
movies.
Ian.
Hold on, I take a vote. We can't vote for the same film.
No, I have to relook at the list because I got my film from last week, so I got to look at it again.
Yeah, and it was a real fest.
Hey,
Dylan.
you're welcome.
Well, I'm gonna join the voting block and say R.I.P.D.
You can't do that. That's
Yes.
bullshit.
We did it before, so there's a precedent.
Great. Can't wait to win because I hate you both.
So what are we gonna
Also,
watch,
you're not allowed
Brad?
to look at your
Blade
cards.
Trinity, another Ryan Reynolds film.
John, you got something?
Okay, what about Judge Dredd? Because this is gonna make me sad.
Judge
The original
Yeah,
or
yeah.
the second?
This is the newer ones was good.
Yeah, agreed.
If you can see my face,
It says
I'm not
reversed.
happy about the choice
It's a,
I
it's a
made.
big frown. It's a big frown, just like Sylvester Stallone's when he was being Judge Dredd.
And
As you can
any
see,
film.
I'm the good friend to the listener because I'm taking one for the team right
Oh
now.
boy.
Okay.
I am the law.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Ian,
Ian, just go.
All right, Ian, what do you got?
Ian.
What movie, Ian?
The law.
Shut up.
Ian.
Okay.
What movie?
If I win, I shall be choosing Spider-Man 3.
Oh.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Show your card.
Ow.
10.
I got a 3.
I have a 7.
9. Are we seriously gonna watch R.E.P.D.?
I have a queen.
I hate you, Ian.
We are watching Spider-Man 3.
Ian, you're the worst.
I've won twice in a row. You.
Let's not let Ian pick.
Join us next time when we watch Spider-Man 3. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, send us love letters in the mail.
We don't have a mail address.
Whatever.
Ian's address.
If you're
Send
dedicated, you'll
bombs.
figure it out.
Yeah, DTLPodcast.com, and on Twitter we're at DTLPodcast. You can use hashtag DTLPodcast.
Oh, on Facebook, we are also at DTL Podcast because they added that. Goodbye.
Done.
My heroes. Wait, I'm really a beautiful princess in disguise. Oh, swords. Break the spell. Give me a kiss.